Welcome, dear one. I want to speak to the part of you that may be feeling tired, burdened, or quietly aching inside. There's a gentle whisper within your heart, asking for peace, for freedom, for a new beginning. You may have lived through many moments where you felt misunderstood, where choices weighed heavily on your soul, or where memories from the past seem to follow you like shadows. But right now, in this very moment, I want you to know something very important. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not what happened to you. You are not what someone once said you were. You are so much more than all of that. There is a beautiful truth waiting for you to embrace it. You are a powerful, healing being, and you are allowed to let go. You are allowed to begin again. You are allowed to rewrite the story that plays inside your heart. Often, the weight we carry doesn't come from what we are facing today, but from what we've carried yesterday and the day before, and all the days that came before that. We carry old stories like they are stitched into our skin, like we are required to keep them close, even when they hurt us. But you don't have to do that anymore. You don't have to carry guilt that isn't yours, or pain that no longer serves your growth. It is safe now to put the burden down. You may have done things you are not proud of. You may have held beliefs about yourself that are heavy and hurtful. Maybe you've told yourself stories that begin with, "I always mess things up," or "I'll never be enough," or "Why would anyone love someone like me?" These stories feel so real because we repeat them so often, but they are not the truth. The truth is that underneath all the stories and all the hurt, there is a radiant being who is deeply worthy of love, peace, and healing. You are that being. You are worthy right now, not after you fix something, not after you achieve something, not after you're forgiven by others. Right now, just as you are. You see, your past was simply a classroom. You came here to learn, to grow, to unfold. And sometimes growth happens in the most painful places. But those painful moments do not get to define who you are forever. You get to decide what defines you. Maybe no one told you that before. Maybe no one ever looked into your eyes with compassion and said, "You can let go now. You've carried this long enough." So let me be the one to say it to you now. You can let go. You can put down the blame. You can put down the shame. There is nothing you need to prove to deserve your own forgiveness. When we live from the past, it's as if we're driving forward while staring only into the rearview mirror. We can't see the road ahead because we're too focused on where we've already been. That doesn't mean we should ignore our past, but we should not let it control our direction. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. It has lessons to offer us, but not a sentence to hold us captive. Each new day is a fresh chance. Each breath is an invitation to begin again. Right now, as you listen, place your hand gently over your heart. Breathe slowly and softly. Say to yourself, "I am willing to let go. I am safe to release what no longer belongs to me." Even if you don't fully believe it yet, say it anyway. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Speak to yourself like a gentle parent comforting a frightened child. You have the power to speak healing into your own heart, and healing always begins with willingness. Let us talk now about the beautiful power of the present moment. This moment right now is where all your healing begins. Not in yesterday's regrets or tomorrow's worries, but right now. The present moment is the most powerful place you can ever be, because it is the only place where change can happen. It's the only place where you can choose new thoughts, offer new kindness, and make new decisions. All your power lives in the now, not in who you used to be or what you once believed. That means you don't have to wait for a new year or a special event or someone else to tell you it's okay. It's okay now. Thoughts of the past may come up, but you don't have to invite them in to stay. You can let them pass through like clouds across the sky. Notice them, breathe, let them go. You are not those thoughts. You are not that memory. You are the one observing it. You are the one with the choice. What a gift that is. What freedom there is in knowing that right now, in this moment, you can choose peace. You can choose healing. You can choose softness. Sometimes we think healing has to be loud or dramatic, but often healing comes quietly. It comes in moments of stillness, in whispered kindness, in silent forgiveness. It comes when we stop fighting ourselves, when we stop clinging to what hurt us and gently open our hands. You don't need to chase healing. You only need to allow it. Healing is your natural state. Your body, your mind, your soul, every part of you was made to return to wholeness. When you release the noise of old pain, your true self can rise like the sun after a long, dark night. And as we speak of healing, we must speak of the mind and the body because they are not separate. Your thoughts are not floating in space somewhere. They live in your body. Your body hears every word you think. Every thought you send out becomes energy that touches your cells, your heartbeat, your breath. So when you think thoughts like, I'm no good, or I don't deserve love, your body reacts. It may tense. It may ache. It may hold that emotion in your shoulders, in your stomach, in your back. But the opposite is also true. When you begin to send loving thoughts, when you say, I am learning to care for myself, or I choose peace, your body softens. It opens. It releases. There is a beautiful, sacred connection between your thoughts and your physical being. That is why healing begins in the mind, but flows through the entire self. You do not need to fight your body. You do not need to punish it for carrying old wounds. You can speak gently to it. You can thank it for keeping you alive through every hardship. You can say, Dear body, thank you. I'm here now. I will care for you. We are safe. Sometimes we carry emotional pain like it is part of our identity. We wear it like a badge that says, this is who I am now. But pain is not your name. It is something that happened. It is something that can be released. I know it can feel difficult to imagine a life without that pain if you've lived with it for so long. But healing is not about pretending it never happened. It's about creating space for something else to grow alongside it. Peace, acceptance, love. You can begin simply. Right now, take a slow breath and say within your mind, I am open to healing. I am willing to feel peace. That willingness is enough. That's where it starts. It may not be perfect, and that's okay. There's no race, no final exam. Healing is a journey made of small, gentle choices. It may feel like 2 steps forward and 1 step back, but that is still progress. You are still moving. You are still healing. Each time you choose a loving thought, you are watering the garden of your soul, and over time, those seeds grow into strength, into forgiveness, into deep and beautiful joy. Let them grow. Allow yourself to believe, just a little at first, that healing is not only possible, it is your birthright. You came into this life whole. That wholeness is still within you, waiting patiently for you to remember. Your past may have shaped you, but it does not own you. You are free to choose a new direction. You are free to release what no longer serves you. You are free to heal. You are free to love yourself again. And oh, how the world needs more people who are gentle with themselves, who learn to love the tender places within. That is your gift. That is your power, and it begins right now, in this very moment. When we begin to awaken to our healing, one of the first things we notice is how we speak to ourselves. That quiet voice inside, the one that comments on every mistake, every memory, every moment. It has been shaped over time. It may have learned its tone from early years, from moments of fear or disappointment. It may have been trained to criticize, to compare, to carry shame like a heavy coat. And if we've listened to it long enough, we start to believe that it's us. But that voice is not your truth. It is a habit, a pattern. And just like any pattern, it can be changed with love and care. Let's gently explore what that inner voice says each day, not with judgment, but with curiosity. Are the words kind? Are they forgiving? Or do they hold on to blame, telling the same story of not good enough again and again? When we notice the tone of our inner dialogue, we begin to reclaim our power. Because if we can hear it, we can change it. If we can pause before reacting, we can choose a new response. Even the smallest moment of awareness is a victory. So today we invite in a new way of speaking to ourselves, one that is soft and encouraging, one that honors the truth of who we really are. Imagine looking into your own eyes in the mirror and saying gently, "I am learning to be kind to myself." At first, it may feel strange or uncomfortable. That's okay. Healing doesn't always feel natural at the beginning, but each time you practice speaking kindly to yourself, you are reshaping your mind to believe in your own worth. And over time, the voice of love grows louder than the voice of fear. This is where mirror work becomes a sacred practice, not just glancing at yourself, but really seeing yourself, meeting your own eyes with presence, with compassion, saying, "I love you, I forgive you, I believe in you." Even if your voice trembles, even if your eyes fill with tears, that is healing, that is transformation. And your inner child, that tender part of you who still remembers old wounds, hears those words and begins to feel safe again. You may notice resistance. Thoughts may arise like, "This is silly," or "I don't deserve this." That's normal. Those are old beliefs trying to hold on. But the truth is stronger. You deserve to be spoken to with love, not just by others, but by yourself, every single day. When we begin to affirm our worth, we plant seeds of change in the garden of the mind. These affirmations do not need to be long or complicated. They need only be true in spirit. Try saying, "I am worthy of love. I choose peace over judgment. I am healing more every day." These are not just phrases, they are invitations. They are bridges from the world of pain to the world of possibility. And you can speak them whenever you need, to calm your thoughts, to uplift your heart, or simply to remind yourself that you are not your old stories. Affirmations are not magic, but they are powerful. They create space between who we were and who we are becoming. Like sunlight shining through a window, they help us see things in a new way. And with continued use, they soften the edges of fear. They loosen the grip of shame. They replace old narratives with new truths. One of the most healing affirmations is this: I now release all blame and embrace healing. Blame keeps us stuck. Whether we're blaming ourselves or others, it ties us to the past like a chain. But when we release blame, we create space for something new. Not forgetting, not denying, but freeing ourselves from the role of victim or punisher. We become caretakers of our own peace, and in that space, healing begins to bloom. Forgiveness is a word that carries deep emotion. For many, it brings up fear, resistance, even pain. But I want to offer you a new understanding of forgiveness. It is not about saying that what happened was okay. It is not about condoning hurtful actions or pretending things didn't matter. It is about freedom, your freedom. Forgiveness is the act of choosing peace over bitterness. It is the decision to no longer carry the heavy load of anger or regret, not because someone else deserves it, but because you do. Holding on to pain can feel like holding a burning coal in your hand, hoping it will harm someone else. But in truth, it only harms you. That pain takes up space in your heart, in your body, in your joy. It limits your breath. It clouds your clarity, and you are not meant to live in that kind of prison. You are meant to be free, to laugh without guilt, to love without fear, to move forward without looking back in sorrow. So how do we forgive? We begin with willingness. I am willing to forgive. Even if the full forgiveness hasn't come yet, the willingness opens the door. It cracks the window. It says to the universe, I am ready for peace. And that readiness begins to shift everything. Slowly, quietly, gently. You might visualize the pain you've been carrying as heavy bags. See yourself holding them, one by one. With love, you set them down. You don't have to throw them or fight them. Just gently place them on the ground. This no longer belongs to me. I choose to move forward without this weight. Speak those words in your heart and feel the relief that follows. Sometimes we need to forgive ourselves for things we didn't know then, for decisions we made from fear, for ways we treated ourselves or others when we were hurting. You were doing the best you could with what you knew at the time. And now you know more. You feel more. You have grown. That growth is sacred. Let it be honored, not punished. And when thoughts come that try to pull you back into old blame, meet them with kindness. Thank you for reminding me, but I no longer live there. I am choosing peace now. You do not need to fight the thoughts. Just redirect them, like guiding a child back to safety, over and over again, until it becomes your natural way. Forgiveness does not erase your story. It changes your relationship with it. The memory remains, but the pain does not control you. You become the one who decides how it lives inside you. You become the author of your peace. In this process, your inner child may rise again, the younger part of you that felt small, scared, rejected, or unheard. That child is not gone. They live in your heart, waiting for your love. Often the wounds we carry into adulthood are echoes of moments we didn't understand as children. A harsh word, a moment of abandonment, a loss too big to carry. Those echoes can shape our beliefs and behavior long after the moment has passed. But just as pain can echo through time, so can love. When you speak kindly to yourself today, your inner child hears it. When you hold yourself in compassion, the past begins to soften. Healing moves backward as well as forward. It reaches through the years and touches places you thought were too far gone. But nothing is ever too far gone for love. You might try this. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and picture yourself as a child. See their face, feel their energy, offer them the words they long to hear. You are safe now. You are loved. It wasn't your fault. I am here with you. Let your adult self become the guardian that younger you never had, and feel the warmth of healing flow through you like sunlight through the clouds. This is sacred work. It is not always easy, but it is always worth it, because as you heal the child within, you begin to feel whole again. You begin to feel rooted, grounded, loved. You no longer need to search outside for someone to save you. You become your own sanctuary, and that is the most beautiful thing of all. If it feels too hard to say these things aloud, write them down. Let the words flow from your heart to the page. Write a letter to the child within you. Tell them what you needed to hear. Let them know they are no longer alone. And as you write, know that healing is happening, that every word, every tear, every breath is a step toward freedom. There is no rush. There is no perfect way. Only love, only truth, only a gentle invitation to come home to yourself. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are unfolding, and everything you need is already within you. Keep going. Keep loving. Keep choosing peace. You are doing beautifully. Healing becomes deeper when it is woven into the fabric of our daily lives, not just as a moment of reflection here and there, but as a soft rhythm that moves with us through each sunrise and sunset. When you wake up in the morning, what thoughts greet you? Are they gentle? Are they hopeful? Or do they rush in with worry, replaying old patterns before your feet even touch the floor? What we do in the small moments matters. Those moments are the brush strokes that paint the picture of our healing journey. There is no need to make things complicated. Healing doesn't ask you to be perfect. It simply asks you to be present. It asks you to bring love into the moment you are in. And so, one of the most powerful things you can do each day is to begin it with gratitude. Not because everything is perfect, but because you are choosing to see the light that is already there. Gratitude opens your heart like a flower blooming in the morning sun. It says, yes, I see the good. I welcome more of it. Try this practice. Each morning before you rise, think of 3 things you are thankful for. They don't need to be grand or dramatic. Maybe it's the softness of your pillow, the quiet of the early hour, the breath in your body. As you focus on what is good, your energy shifts, your body relaxes, your spirit lifts, and the day meets you with more peace. Throughout your day, speak loving words to yourself. If a challenge arises, you can place your hand on your heart and whisper, "I am doing the best I can, and that is enough." If you feel overwhelmed, pause and take a breath. Close your eyes. Return to this moment. Speak to yourself as a kind and trusted friend would. You deserve that kindness every single day. One of my favorite practices is mirror work. Each day, look into your own eyes, really look, and say, "I love you." You may cry, you may resist, you may not believe it yet. That's okay. Say it anyway. Let your reflection become your ally, not your enemy. Let your gaze be a homecoming. Over time, this practice transforms how you see yourself. You begin to trust your own love. You begin to feel safe within your own skin. You can also stretch your body with gentle movement. With each stretch, speak an affirmation. I release what no longer serves me. I welcome peace into every cell of my body. I am alive. I am well. I am healing. Let your body feel what your mind is learning. Let the two become one, whole, loving, united. Even in the quietest acts, brushing your hair, washing your hands, sipping tea, you can choose to bring presence and care. This is not about routine, it is about reverence. Your life is sacred. Your healing is sacred. And when you treat yourself with gentle attention, your heart begins to bloom. And now, dear one, we arrive at a beautiful place in your journey, a place where you begin to tell a new story. Not the story of what went wrong, but the story of what is going right. Not the story of how you were hurt, but the story of how you are rising. You are not bound to the words that once defined you. You are not limited by the patterns of the past. You are free to write new words, choose new thoughts, and live in a new way. You are not who you used to be. You are not the version of yourself who didn't know what you know now. You have grown. You have stretched. You have softened and opened and healed, and you will continue to grow. Your story now is one of courage, of love, of becoming. Think of your life like a book. Each chapter holds its purpose, even the painful ones, but no chapter lasts forever. You are the author now. You hold the pen, and you get to choose how the next page is written. Not from fear, not from duty, but from freedom. You can say, "I am choosing peace today. I am letting love guide me. I am building a life that reflects who I truly am." And when the old thoughts try to return, you can thank them for their message, but you no longer have to believe them. You can gently say, "That was the past. I am choosing something new." Just like that, you reclaim your power again and again. You might write your new story in a journal, not for anyone else, just for you. Write the kind of life you are creating. Describe the way it feels to wake up in peace, the way it feels to love and be loved, to walk with purpose, to feel safe in your own body. Let your heart lead the pen. Let it flow from your highest truth. You are not here to repeat what has been. You are here to grow into the light, to become the person your soul already knows you are, and you are doing just that. As we come to a close in this sacred space, I want you to feel the deep truth that lives within you. You are whole. You are enough. You are free. Every step you've taken, every tear you've cried, every choice to keep going when it was hard, that is the power of healing. You don't need to rush. You don't need to have it all figured out. You only need to stay open. open to love, open to peace, open to the truth that your past does not define you. Your choices today do. Let this be the moment you say yes to yourself, yes to your healing, yes to your joy, yes to your freedom. Say with me now, softly and gently, each moment is a fresh beginning. I am free now. Let those words settle into your heart. Let them echo through your breath, through your bones, through your being. You are deeply loved. You are eternally supported, and the universe celebrates your healing with every loving thought you choose. Go gently, go kindly, and know that all is well in your world.